Soul to soul, feel the rhythm flow. Heart wide open, let your spirit glow. With Artie, Hoffman, now you know. Soul to soul, let's go.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is always have been, Artie Hoffman. And I've been blessed to meet this lovely lady next to me.
Hey there.
Who I appreciate and love so much. Her name is Esther Brzezinski.
Brzezinski, Esther B, Esteve, Esty.
It's all.
I've been referred to all
for
different,
worse.
all of them. It's all good.
Well, you can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
That's right. Yeah. I'm not a psychic, but Artie is a psychic.
Yeah, this is true.
This is very true.
This is true.
And this is soul to soul with Artie and sometimes Esther.
No, it is soul to soul.
Yeah.
We're soul to, you have a soul?
I have a soul.
See,
yeah.
my soul, your soul. We'll share our souls with their souls.
Why not? Listen, We have enough.
If you have
souls.
a soul in your shoes, we'll include that too. Don't worry about it. We know you have a soul somewhere.
We have enough souls to go
Some
around.
people will say, believe me, my ex doesn't have a soul. They're evil. They're mean. They're bastards.
I hear that one
a
lot. But I have questions for you, Artie.
Again,
questions.
With the
yes,
Esther's going to ask questions.
I always have a question. This is a big one.
I sucked at school. I just want you to know. So with
my
all these
God.
questions, I could answer you. But now I can answer the questions.
There you go. You never know. There's different types of intelligences.
Don't ever tell a psychic. You never know.
Academic intelligence is not the same as emotional intelligence. And then there's
spiritual intelligence.
And then there's spiritual intelligence. And then there's creative intelligence. So that's the problem with traditional education, for instance, is they just look at academic success, and there's so many other types of intelligence, but that has nothing to do with the question I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
And
Go ahead. I'm so nervous.
So why do you think people struggle so much with money?
Because they don't make enough.
Show's over. Thanks, guys.
Next question. That was easy.
Thank you.
I didn't even study for this test.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Soul to Soul. No, but seriously.
People have worthiness issues.
Interesting.
People have worthiness issues, and people have a hard time asking for money. A lot of times people, especially kids growing up these days, they expect too much money for doing very little work. They expect too much for doing too little. And, again, the reason why people see, this isn't with everybody, but I'm just mentioning a lot of issues with money, is that when I say people have worthiness issues, I'll give you an example. Say a friend of yours is a multimillionaire and say, oh, listen, I know you're a little struggling. Here's $5,000. Oh, no, thank you. No, I'm okay. Or here, take these bananas or have this food. No, that's okay. I'm okay. And then they turn around and say, oh, God, please, I need money. I need this. So they want it in the way that they want it. They want it in the way that they want it, the money or whatever. But God will present the right person or the right opportunities to bring you the help that you need, whether it be financially or anything else. But a lot of it, you have to feel that you deserve to have the money that it is that you want or desire. And it might not always come from the person that you think should be giving it to you. Maybe it could be coming from some other means, whatever it may be. Don't ever be afraid to ask for money from God or from the angels or affirmations. I put a prayer. I put a prayer out there literally just about every single day. And I say, God, thank you for all the blessings in my life. Thank you for opening up the floodgates of prosperity for me. When it comes to money, whether I earn it, I find it, whether it's given to me or I win it, I choose to receive and I allow myself to receive money however way it may show its way to me in my life that could benefit the quality of my life. And a lot of people have well, that's not right. And you shouldn't ask for money, or that's greedy. And that's well, listen, I'd rather be miserable with a lot of money than miserable without having money. And then people, a majority of people stress out about not having enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Or even people who do have enough money, they worry about having enough cushion of money, even though they make enough, but they're always worried, well, God forbid if something happens, I want to make sure I have enough. Or a lot of times people do make enough money, but they end up giving away more to their family and or friends or charities more than what they should. And then they end up putting themselves behind the 8 ball, stressing themselves out, because if you're giving away money that you personally need, then you're disrespecting yourself. So if you're giving away the money that you need to pay the rent, you're giving your kids or anybody money that will pay for the electric or for food or for gas or to fix your car, whatever it is, then it's not God's fault or anybody else's fault. It's your fault because you're not respecting your own boundaries. Yeah, but they need it, or I feel bad for them, or, because what's happening is that if you drop dead tomorrow, somehow, some way they're going to figure it out. And that's all about tough love also. So you want to be able to build the character of your kids by not always giving them so much, but to have them work for whatever it is that they want in life. And that's exactly the way I was raised. I was raised that, my parents always gave me the necessities of life. Everything with necessities I always had, but anything that I personally wanted, I had to work for
Yeah,
it.
same here. I think it's our generation. We're both baby boomers, and I was brought up the same way.
Don't you talk about my generation.
I don't even know that one. That's one song
Are you
I don't know.
serious?
I swear, I don't know that one. But
that's by The Who.
oh, who knew?
The Who.
So when people come to you for a reading,
Oh, I thought you were about to say for money. Go ahead.
no, but how often do they ask about money, or do they, do they ask for guidance? Do they ask where to invest? Do they ask, anything having to do with money and gaining more money? Does that ever happen, or does it happen often? Not at all.
There are times where I do see investments, like really strong investments, when I'm in a reading, and I give people advice as far as with investments. Now, when it comes to gambling and lottery and stuff like that, I mean, the spiritual world has to pull through for me to share it with the person. But if somebody just asks me for the numbers or for gambling perspective, it just doesn't work that way. But yeah, I have definitely given people winning investments.
And you get a percent? I'm just kidding.
No. Well, you want to know something that's interesting? It reminds me of an incredible story. It does. I
knew it would lead to a story eventually.
Can I tell you a true story?
Please tell me an
Artie
Artie truism.
That's right. I'm going to tell you a true story. So this one fella comes into me for a reading. All right. And I ended up giving him a tremendous stock tip that I knew was going to take off.
Did he ask, or you just felt it, saw it, heard it?
I can't remember, to be honest. I remember the guy. I remember talking to him. I remember I was in the car when I was doing a read for him. Because I do a lot of readings while I'm in the car traveling, because I'm in the zone when I'm driving. So if I'm ever reading for any of you who are calling me or talking to me, don't worry. Oh, you're driving, you shouldn't be reading. No, it's like I'm in the perfect zone when I drive. I'm in such a meditative state. I've read for hundreds and hundreds of people while I was driving.
Wow.
And I'm really good when I'm driving too. So I don't care what the police officer says.
Pull over, no psychic readings.
Officer, do you realize you are bothering me in the middle of a reading? I am trying to make a living, and you want to stop me for what?
Right. How dare they?
For talking on my phone? Are you crazy?
That is just awful. Really.
I'm telling you, your wife wants you home right now. Leave me alone.
How do you know? Are you? What are you, a psychic?
Go figure. So I'm giving a reading to this guy, and I told him, I said, invest in this one stock. I forgot what it was. I said, you're going to make a lot of money. And he goes, all right. And then I started giving him other information that was very accurate. So a few months later, he gives me a call and he goes, hey, Art, how you doing? This is this is Richard so-and-so. I forgot his last name. This is Richard so-and-so. He goes, you remember me? He goes, I did a reading for me, a little while back. I said, yeah. How you doing? And I don't remember people. I just say, yeah. So, I mean, unless if I talk to them on a regular basis. So I said, yeah, what can I do you for? He says, yeah, you gave me a reading, a while back, and my wife and I would like to have a reading with you. How much? So I told him how much the reading was. And he says, do you have any investments that you could give me? And I said to him before I gave him the investment tip, I said, just share with me 10%. I did. I said, it's a solid stock tip. It wasn't insider information. It was a solid stock tip. I knew it was going up. I knew it intuitively. And I said, give me 10%. And he goes, all right, sounds good. So, many months later, calls me up, asks for a reading. He says, you got any more investments? I said, yeah, I have another investment that's definitely going to take off 100%. He goes, can you tell me in the reading? I said, yeah, for $1,000. He goes, $1,000? I go, how did my last investment do for you? He goes, well, yeah, you did pretty good. I said, did you invest in it? No, we were just watching. I told my father, listen, you're talking to a psychic. You don't think that I know that you invested and made a lot of money on it? I said, I'm giving you a solid tip that's going to make you boatloads of money. And I'm asking you for $1,000 for a solid tip. And I said, you want a reading? I said, this is what it costs. You want an investment tip? It's going to be $1,000. He goes, all right, I'll get back to you later. He never called me back. And I wasn't expecting. He just wanted the investment tip. Screw you.
Yeah, maybe you should hold off on those.
No, that's fine. So long as you want to, if you want to make a boatload, make a boatload of money, then just, share some with a brother.
Yeah.
That's all. Well, and again, it's not about me saying, oh, I am the guru of investments and, no, it's not me. But there are times like right now, I have a rock solid tip that if anybody wants to call 1-900, no, I'm only kidding. So
call now while quantities last.
Call now while it lasts. That's right. No, but I definitely have a rock solid tip. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We'll talk, darling. We'll
talk later.
So, and they say, well, if it's that good, then how come you're not rich? How come you're not a multimillionaire? Well, I have made a lot of money on this tip already that I'd be giving, but I'm going to be making a lot more. But I've already made more than 10 times on this particular tip.
Oh, fascinating.
That I'd be sharing with you or the audience.
So are there like psychic ethics as to what happens when you get a tip in a reading? Do you, what if you don't tell the person, but you keep it to yourself?
No. I share it. No, I share it with the person. No, I'll know. No, ethics. No, like I said, if somebody asked me for lottery numbers or, hey, can you give me a tip going into it? No, the answer is no. The answer is no.
Okay.
Because I won't. It's not about finances. But although sometimes it is, sometimes it depends. Literally, a lot of it depends. If it has anything to do with sport betting or anything like that or lotteries, no, I can't do it.
Okay.
And all, and it's not. I just can't. It's not meant for that. The benefit of my gift and my ability is to empower people on an emotional and spiritual level.
Right.
That's my gift to everybody. And finances is sometimes a part of it, and and I'll share all with whatever I got, but I want to share with you an Artieism. I'm going to share with you a really cool story that happened.
Great.
So I was doing a reading. I was doing a party. It was a group reading this time. It wasn't individuals because I could do either individual, like when I go to someone's house for a party, I could either, you give me a separate room to go in, whether it be a bedroom or whether it be a finished basement or someplace where it's quiet. And I'll read people individually, 20 minutes each, a half hour each, whatever they want, or I could do it in a group where everyone's in the same room and everyone gets a few minutes and I read for everybody in front of everybody. And, and I could read like that. So I'm at this one cafe and there's about 30 women in the room. And I'm reading for this one lady who was in the center of the room. And I said to her, you need to play your mother's birthday. I didn't know what her mother's birthday was. Your mother's birthday numbers are coming out like real soon. real soon. You need to
Interesting.
play your mother's birthday because they're coming out. So a week later, now mind you, don't remember saying what I said, and I only remember the stories I'm telling you because people tell me after the fact when I'm in a conscious state of mind, I hear these stories and then I remember. But in the moment, I don't remember saying what I said to anybody. And so anyway, the owner of the cafe calls me up a week later and said, Artie, you did a reading on my best friend and you told her that her mother was pulling through. I gave some messages about her mom. And you told her to play her mother's birthday numbers. And the next day she played her mother's birthday numbers. By accident, she played it twice. She meant to only play it once. She played it twice the next day. And she hit, and she won over $6,000.
Wow.
That was her mother's gift to her. Her mother passed. That was her mother's gift to her because she did missionary work and she would work for nothing.
So interesting.
And she would travel from country to country and give her time freely. And that was her mother showing her support and how proud she was of her for doing what she does. And that was her gift. And she went over 6,000. And I was like, when I heard that, I was just so thrilled. And to me, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about, wow, to be a part of a link to make something beautiful like this happen was like absolutely amazing. So, when people ask me, Art, do you love doing what you love to do, or do you get drained? It's like, how can you get drained, or how can you not like what you do when you're creating this magic or these miracles for people, being a part of it? Not that I'm creating it, but to be a part of it. It's like, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah, you definitely have a passion for it, which and we've talked about this before, how you actually get energy, you gain that brilliance when you're doing your readings as opposed to being drained.
Let me tell you something. There are times I've got into parties where I was insanely tired. And I almost wish that the party wasn't happening. I was so tired or exhausted, or I was in a mood or whatever. But going into it, and then the moment I walk into the party, all of a sudden, Artie, how you doing? Great to see you. And all of a sudden, we're so excited to meet you, or so nice to see you. And then, oh my God. And I'm like, all of a sudden, my energy, I was like, you know what? I have no choice. These people are depending on me. It's not
That's
like,
right.
oh, I'm not going to go in there. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm not going to tell them about my day, and I don't want them to feel sorry for me. My energy, when I go to do a party, my energy is up for every party and every event because people are there to see me and to seek information and that positive energy that they know me for. So all that bull crap that I might be personally going through, it's behind me. I leave it at home. I leave it behind and I give them my best. And there are times where I was sick as a dog and I would perform where my throat, it felt like broken glass was in my throat. And I would talk with a whisper and I would be drinking my hot tea with lemon because that's what I like to drink when I do readings. Just a footnote there. And so when I drink hot tea with lemon, it raises my awareness. It's crazy. I found that out by
So
accident.
interesting. So what percentage would you say
12%.
you are? Would you say that you're psychic medium versus entertainer? What percentage entertainer? What percentage psychic medium?
Psychic 33%, medium 33%, entertainment 33%.
Okay, you got
33
me there.
and a third, 33 and a third, 33 and a third. Or maybe I'll leave that 1% for damn if I know.
So do you think part of your success is because you also are a natural entertainer? Do you think that contributes to it?
Yeah, because of my reputation.
Your reputation and the fact that you are also an entertainer.
Yeah, because I just say things in a humorous way. I say things in a passion. Listen, I'm very compassionate in everything that I do.
Absolutely you are.
I don't want to just, I would never tell somebody when they're going to die.
I was thinking of asking you that. That's so funny you bring it up. Like, if you knew, would you say it? Well, obviously, or somehow hint at it or something, or do you ever get those feelings or those images or, voices, whatever way that you're, contacted?
People have asked me, even when I was on, radio stations or major network stations, like we are now. No,
Yeah.
but when I was on a major station,
Podcast is king now.
and the hostess, yeah, it is. And the hostess would say, "Hey, Artie, when am I going to die? When am I going to die? I just want to know when I'm going to die." And it's like, he's a good friend of mine. He became a good friend of mine. And it's
Right.
like, you're such a jerk. And, but I wouldn't tell him when he's going to die. The only time I do mention death, I mean, I'll talk to the dead if they're already over on the other side. But the only time I mention death, if somebody is taking care of somebody who's already on their deathbed,
Okay.
then I'll mention it. Like, Artie, do they have a week to live? Do they have 2 months to live and stuff? And then intuitively, I'll tell them what my gut feelings are based on that. But if you're basically normal and healthy, or even if you're sick and it's like, Artie, am I going to live? I'm not going to tell you that you're going to die. I would just give you antidotes. If you're feeling sick, say, oh, you need to see this kind of doctor. You need to see that kind of doctor. But I never tell people when they're going to die. That would be morbid. And anyone who does, I wouldn't respect that reader.
I don't know if they do. Do they? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. Is there like a code of ethics?
No. Some
No?
people are just jackasses who do what I
There
do.
you go. We threw that out the window.
No.
Okay.
There are people who have told people when they're going to die, and they're just,
That's awful.
they're ruthless. That's not nice. It's all about them, the reader themselves. It's like, whether you're right or wrong, you don't go telling people that, because what happens if I said to you, oh, Esther, I see you living to be all the way up to probably up to 71 and a half. It's not a prediction. I'm just saying. And as your eyes were bugging out. So, and
I know that I'm going to live a lot longer than that.
but all I'm saying is, but when people have so much belief and faith in me, that if I was to say something, regardless of what it is, that you make it a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
So you could generate your emotions and your spirit and soul to make you go at the age of 71 and a half, because, oh, well, Artie said, and then, so Artie thinks I'm going to, I would never do that to you or to anybody else to make that kind of prediction. Now, I have told people that, oh, be careful. Like, all of a sudden I'm in the zone. It's like I'm seeing a really bad car accident, and I'm seeing it. It's a wet road, whether it be snowy or whether it be rainy, and you're at a major busy intersection and you have the right of way to turn left. I said, but there's somebody not respecting the red light or the yellow light, the red light, and they're going right through it. And I'm seeing an accident. Do not take the chance. Oh, you need to play harsh defense when you're at a very busy intersection, especially when there's precipitation. And I would be extra cautious within the next couple months. So if it doesn't happen, that means that's great news. You didn't get slam dunked. You didn't get in a car accident. That's good. I don't want to hear that you were in a car. I don't want to be right. I want you to keep on going with your life, and that you didn't get in a car accident because you believed in me and what I had to say about taking precautionary chances.
You told me in a reading that I would have to be careful for, you said pivots in the ground, or just maybe a sidewalk that's a little bit lower than usual, or even in the snow. And since then, there have been 3 instances that I nearly fell. One of them was yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I just started sliding. Yeah. And I mean, that doesn't happen to me. So there were 3 instances, and I always thought about what you said. So I'm very, and I'm being more careful because of what you said. And it was a possibility.
I told people, I said, be careful. I see you stepping in dog crap. I see you stepping in shit, but it's not for good reason. I don't see it being good luck for you this time, And shoot, I had an Artieism I wanted to share with you. But, oh, damn.
Actually, our producer has a question. Is it bad to alter destiny?
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a perfect example. And I'm glad that our producer was nice enough to ask that question, because she must be psychic, because that was the story I wanted to share with you.
Oh, really? There you
Yeah,
go.
she's
You
picking
guys
up-
are connected.
We're feeling it. We're feeling it, baby. We're feeling it. I don't know. News at 11. That's what I'm talking about. So there was a situation where a woman came into my place, and she was covered from neck all the way down to her feet, all over her body, covered in tattoos.
Oh my goodness.
And she was like one of those biker chicks. And she walked in and she said to me, she said, Artie, I've been thinking about you every single day for the last 2 years.
Wow.
And I said, all right. So I'm flattered, a little intimidated, but flattered. And I said to her with a smile, I said, all right, why were you thinking about me every day for the last 2 years? She goes, because you read for me at this kitchen table here 2 years ago, and you held my hand. And the moment you held my hand, you started singing the song by AC/DC, Highway to Hell. I'm going to highway to hell. And you said to me, if I don't change my ways, you said, I'm doing something right now I should not be doing. And if I continue doing it, I'm going to get caught and I'm going to get thrown in jail.
What happened?
And 2 weeks later, I got caught at doing something I should not have been doing. And I got thrown in jail for 2 years.
Wow.
And every day I woke up and I said, why didn't I listen to Artie? Why didn't I listen to Artie? So did it have to happen? No, she could have changed the destiny. I saw what could have happened. I saw what was to happen if she continued.
That's right.
But her life would have been completely different had she have listened.
And I would have broken my leg 3 times.
But this is what I'm saying to you. The ego wants what it wants. And the soul is trying to tell you, don't do this, or don't go here, or don't go out with them, or don't take that chance, or take that chance. Your soul will always guide you if you learn to really pay attention. And that's what a good psychic does. A good psychic and medium does. You always listen to your first gut instincts without judging it.
Right.
How many times did you say, I should have listened to my first gut instinct? I should have done this and I should have done that.
Often.
A lot of us do that. A lot of I should have listened.
A lot of us argue with our gut.
Yeah. It's like, why didn't I bet on that horse? I knew.
No, but sometimes you even have feelings about people, situations. I shouldn't really go, but I feel like I have to go, but I don't feel good about it. I don't feel right about it. And more often than not, your gut feeling was correct. So what's that all about? Do we all intrinsically have some psychic ability?
You want to know something? When people look at me and they say to me, Artie, you are so blessed, or you are so gifted, or you are so lucky. And my response to those people are, it's not that God chose me to be the chosen one, even though I'm Jewish, even though we're Jewish.
I know. We're
the chosen
apparently
people.
We're the chosen. Yes.
It's not because I'm better than anybody else. It's not that who does God choose to speak to? It's who chooses to listen. God speaks to everybody. And if you listen to your gut instincts, I've learned over the years to train myself to listen to my first gut instincts. And I try to follow it, and I follow it on the most part. Sometimes I'm human and I want what I want.
That's great.
So like I said, we all have the gift. We all have a gift. It's just a matter of who chooses to listen. And that's the answer to that.
I love that answer. And Artie,
that's what it's all about.
Perfect way to end this perfect episode. Thank you so much once again.
I'm talking about. Oh, you don't have to thank me.
You have been amazing. Love our rapport. Love the conversations.
Look at your phone.
Look at my phone.
Look at your phone. What's happening?
So our producer, once again,
God bless her soul. She's so beautiful.
Yeah. She definitely is. And she wants us to talk about the cards on the table.
Oh, very good. All right. So these are tarot cards. And I used to have angel cards. Well, these are angel cards. These are angel cards, but I used to have a different set. Now, when I flip these cards, when I do a reading with somebody, for somebody and I flip the cards over, I honestly don't know what each card means. There are readers who do understand exactly what each card means, whether they're upside down, whether
right, of course,
whether they're right side up. It makes a difference depending on the reading. But personally, for me, when I flip the cards, I'll just start getting images. I just start getting images, random images right in the moment. As I start flipping the cards, based if I want to read somebody, or if I want to know a question, know an answer to a question, So that's what these cards mean to me. Sometimes I don't even need to look at the cards. There are times where I'll just shuffle the cards And just by shuffling them, it puts me in a meditative state of mind. And I just start getting answers to whatever it is
Right. Yeah. You've
the
told me that
person wants to
before.
know.
Yeah. That's so
And then I
interesting.
have these other, and now this tells me what the physical outcome is of certain situations.
Okay.
All right, that's what these cards do. They tell me, oh, I see you getting married. I see you going here. I see you doing this. It tells me physical aspects of what's going on in life. Whereas with these cards, the angel cards here, these tell me what to expect from an emotional standpoint. And these cards spell out an emotional point of view. You know, there's the angel of power. All right. There's the angel of commitment.
Okay.
All right. There's the angel of support. All right. So it spells out a story. Now, to me, and I'm being very honest with you, this represents our show. This represents our
Really?
show. Power, because we're under a very strong, powerful social media way of getting the word out, being committed, and having the support of the angels and having the support of one another. Obedient, being able to be consistent with it. All right. It says the angel of obedience. And then we have the angel of relax. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. So it spells out a story from an emotional point of view, these angel cards. So, like I said, when I do readings for people, do I always use these cards? No. But when I'm doing if I'm doing an event for a group of women and I'm just going from person to person, I just have to touch their hand or touch their shoulder. The funny thing is there are women, when I go up to them and I go to hold their hand, they squeeze my hand really hard. I go, just because you're squeezing me, it's not like you're getting more information or I'm
Yeah, I
getting
think
more
that's what they think. Yeah.
And they think, I says, if anything, you're taking away. I said, loosen up the hand grip, loosen up the hand grip so I could read you. But they want it so bad. It's really funny.
We also have your 2 books. Let's
We
mention that
do,
again.
yes.
Angels and Answers.
And have your angels call my angels.
And they are available where?
They're available at artiehoffman.com, my website. And also on Amazon, you can get these books. Now, if you appreciate the topics that we talk about, all right, I mentioned a lot of deep subjects in these books. And I explain things very simplistically.
Mm-hmm.
So just the way I'm talking to you, we're talking about a lot of deep subjects and a lot of subjects that people want to know.
Yeah.
And I'm explaining things, I feel, very simplistically where everyone could understand where I'm coming from. And that's exactly the way I explained a lot of topics in these books. And I talk about the Holy Spirit. I talk about the saints. And the meaning and the purpose of angels and saints. And I talk about relationships and the relationship within yourself, the relationship you have with God, the relationship you have with other people. And these books will give you back your power. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, like I've never told it before, these books will give you really true understanding. And you'll understand it. I explain things in a very simplistic fashion that you'll appreciate. And I want to thank you so much for always being here with me.
Always.
I love our producer. I love you all. You guys are the best who are watching, the best. And thank you for always sharing our program with all your friends and family.
Yeah, so
you
appreciate
guys
it.
are the best.
Thank you for watching Soul to Soul with Artie.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ciao, ciao.
Soul to soul, feel the rhythm flow. Heart wide open, let your spirit glow. With Artie Hoffman, now you know. Soul to soul, let's go.